Alright, let's get this thing set up. Now go. Alright, peeps, what's up? So you know what? I'm awake. I thought to myself, why don't I just go ahead and do a league? So a league is what I'm gonna do right now. Things to destroy creatures. The bolt. No, I use that, I use that, I use this. Of course, these are both going to be useful. Trinosphere just got added, so should be useful. Ensnaring Bridge, Imperion, and Wormhole Engine. Guess they. Oh well. Let's see if we run into some burn decks out there. Make life a little bit difficult for them. Okay, I think most people normally do what? They put themselves completely at the top. Let's see, score trigger. I'll move you all the way down here. Then I'm moving my camera all the way down here as well. Let's see, score tracker. Okay, let's see, module number. Create a one person room just to make sure this is set up correctly. Okay, I like it. I could live with that. Okay, need to resize the window. For the most part, I'm centered. I think now we're good. Okay, let's keep all these things where they're at. That's there, that's there. Okay. I guess I'll just do another playthrough just for. Okay, I guess this land I would keep and try to go for turn 3 turn. 1, 2. Yep. Alright, let's concede this. Alright, let's see here. $60. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was over here like wondering what the heck is going on. Okay, I'm gonna go to a league. Oh, just modern league. Make sure it's the right version. Should be V3. Okay, 1,200 active players. Alright. down. Opponent found. Let's go. Alright, I have no idea who that person is. Good luck, have fun. Volume on this, that's way too loud. Definitely not keeping this hand. Said have a good game. I have one land in this hand again, and no other land, and no getting again. One land, two land, no trauma land, but I'm keeping. Don't need you. Make sure they cancel it. Just bring him back. Don't need that. Don't need that. Blue black. Surprised I didn't get Thoughtseize there. Lucky for me, I got Tron in hand now. I just gotta figure out a way to cast one on Bolas here. Might be an uphill battle though. Alright, let's see. I thought it was blue to Delta. Yeah, it was blue to Delta. Guess I'll save the green mana. Frantic inventory. Guess since we have the extra mana, might as well use it. Not like it really matters anyways. Okay, so I'll counter the next card. Downside, no, that is if it destroys another land, I am out of basics. Definitely not what I want to get off the top. I'm displaying nothing at all though, so I'm assuming they have a bunch of counter spells. Maybe. Oh, they're probably looking at my name again. His name is John. I wonder if he's been Planeswalkers. Force of negation. Mystic Sanctuary, Force of negation going back to hand. Back to the top of the library. Why did he tap out? It's Fairy Hero of Dunmary. He wants to draw into Force. Makes sense. Return before I get that unfortunate. Another Mystic Sanctuary, another delay. So the timer if they're out here, all the delay spells I just absolutely will not get. Here with Dominant Ultimates, it's pretty much game over. Then he's just gonna start exiling my lands every time he draws a card. Hopefully it does not get to that point though. That's 7, the ultimate's 8. Next turn, but the turn after, most of my spells are gonna be exiled. Yeah, there's no point. So I'll Singletron on turn 3 like we're supposed to. Like we want to. Atmosphere instead of doubling season. Progression here is definitely very unique. Value Jace the Mind Sculptor from his hand. Basel, not ideal. Let's go ahead and just fetch them. Let's see, which one did you destroy? A power plant. Only have 3 left in the library. Let me go get one of them. I'm just gonna say it's better to bid on the odds. Yeah. Sanctuary. I really just needed him to stop getting counter spells there. Maybe let one of those resolve. Cascading Cataracts and Concrete Creator. Two, four. Couple means 6 mana. I think I have to take the card though because I expect at least one to get countered. Force of Negation. Bonus Rejection. I have 4 cards in hand. Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's not surprising. So he has 1 force in hand, so he has 1 counter, 1 free counter basically. Nice. Finally got it. It's 4, 5, 6. That's 7, 9, 10, 11 mana I have. Let's put card out first and see if it gets countered. It does get countered. Okay. That's 7 mana. That's a 8 mana card. Card liberated. Nice. That's our Jace. Now we're gonna try to widen the gap here. Let's go straight to exiling cards from his hand. Frantic inventory. Mage charm. It's 2, 5, 6, 7. Don't turn up in this cast. Bolas yet. Okay, so that's one win. And not get to see Trinisphere there. Small cards to play. Well, I can get 4 mana, no problem. I think Trinisphere was a bad call. Just send over this and see what happens. Nice. Not a bad starting hand here. Gotta turn one relic. Will be a pain to the opponent. Sure, we're gonna get a lot of use out of it. I think the turn one relic is better. Yeah, turn one relic is the best. Should turn off all auto yield real quick so I can tap this. And then skip. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll see why his Stone Silence is tapped. Now is the time to use the Ancient Stirrings. Only way from the counter is Force a Negation, which would leave him with 2 cards in hand. Not what I want to see here. I think I have to go to basic force though. Because I don't think I'm getting rid of Stone Silence at all. I play really no answers for it. So he has Cryptic. Just need to watch out for him getting Mystic Sanctuary now. And his Cryptic Mana online. Okay, I got Tron online. Just counter whatever I do. So do something that doesn't matter that much. Counter draw. So it tells me he's running low on counter spells, probably. Like a land. Let's see. Use the Cryptic. Let's get this out there just for extra mana. Mage's Charm. Mystic Sanctuary targeting Cryptic Command. Alright, so he drew back into a Cryptic again. Unfortunately. Playing against that card sucks. Best thing I could do here is to go get a Blast Zone. Aethergast. It's 3, 6, 7, now 8. I'm gonna at least force him to use his last Cryptic Command. He's gonna have it stored up for whatever comes along anyway, so there's no point trying to wait for him not to have mana. Now we're just top deck. So he has 2 cards in hand. Morphos. I don't think we can just counter everything here. Keep it in hand until next turn. Mystic Sanctuary again. So I guess now he's gonna have 2 counter spells in hand. That last one. It's probably gonna counter draw now. Just debating how long he should wait. Yep. Frantic Inventory was only 1 card in the graveyard. One. Yeah, there's only 1 card in the grave. Alright, I'm not gonna put card out first here. I mean, I'm not gonna put Blast Zone out first, that way you can't get the value out of counter and returning Blast Zone to my hand. Counter draw. Now let's get Blast Zone out here. It's 2, 5, 8 now. It's a Fairy Time Reveler. Turning the relic back to my hand. Take inventory, so he has 2 cards in hand, or 4 cards in hand now. What's that? First thing I want to do here is Destroy stone sounds. Alright, now that that's done, let's go through drawing some cards. Ancient Stairs first. I should know that if I hit something with this, or if this resolves, I should hit something no matter what. So it should be an easy counter. Force. Hmm. Let me go to your relic. If he has any counter spells left, it's gotta be force. I think he already has one. Just one in the grave. It's probably really debating if he should let him resolve force again. Hmm. Alright, let me go fetch strong pieces. Just got a tower with this one. Let's play that. Just get a power plant with this one. And nothing else to do with the past turn now. So they have 2 cards in hand. Oh my gosh, another frantic inventory. Oof, suddenly 4 cards in hand. Is it Jace the Mind Sculptor? The ideal dream now would be to... Yep, it's Jace. Looking for another Poison Negation, probably. Dang it, that's not what I want to see. But let's go ahead and filter the deck out some more. I probably should have gotten the Cascading Cataracts there. So, I don't think I haven't played a land. Dang it, 8 cards. No, the card advantage is definitely in his favor. Liberated. Probably definitely not going to resolve. I guess he's looking for the hero of Dominaria to try to win the game. Shark Typhoon? Yep. Alright, so it's back up to a full hand of cards again. I keep drawing lands. Can't believe I got him down to like 1 or 2 cards in hand, and now he's back up to 9, 10. Feel everyone. Just trying to mind. No, I don't. Like I said, where's the search? Improving the Spirit Dragon is the only thing that would save me now, and both copies are in my graveyard. Yeah, back to back. Just trying to win in one turn. That's 6, 10, 14. Probably definitely not gonna let this resolve, because he has no reason to. Well, came out swinging. But land flooded, and not really so much land flooded. He countered the right things. Hey, what's up, Face? What's up, Chuck? I'm just. I was up, so I figured, you know what, I'll just try to get some games in, but as usual, like you can expect, going up a bunch of people playing control, land destruction. I think Jund is the thing I've seen the least recently. Man, that was a close game, man. That last game, I got him down to like 1 or 2 cards in hand. He had no counter spells. And he ended up drawing to Fairy. And then after that, he got Jake's Mind Sculptor. And like you can imagine, pretty much went downhill from there for me, unfortunately. Like, I chose to go away from the combo so much in my deck and put some copies of Metamorphose in just to get the turn 3 Karn a little bit more frequent. Hey, man. I think I had like 2 other people telling me about Mystic Sanctuary last night as well, so it's all across the board that everyone thinks that. There has been no change yet, unfortunately. I'm kind of wondering when they're going to change it, honestly. Or maybe they're just going to keep it that way because people are buying the super expensive decks with it in it. Same thing for Uro and Omath Control. Oh man. Hey. I don't know if I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put those cards in modern or to even print those cards, but hey, everybody's running away with it apparently. And they still have not made any changes yet, so but also if you haven't seen recently, there's an uprising of landfall decks. There's a guy named I Play Bad Decks on Magic Online that came up with the deck. And he's been winning trophies fairly consistently. And it's pretty much like playing Burn. I guess just a super fast deck and that's it. But yeah, that's what's the new craze apparently. And like he sent me a version that he was working on because he fairly got into streaming. The actual deck cost is like 900 something dollars. It's like ridiculous. But it's just a super fast deck. Let's turn off this chat box. It would be nice for me to draw a forest right now. So yeah, Landfall and Standard though is different from Landfall and Modern. In Modern they have a lot of creatures that have landfall triggers like the what is it? I don't remember the name. The red green one that comes out with haste. And then the steep links. So yeah, it seems like a fairly simple idea and deck and all, but it's kind of a little rampant right now. And I don't think it'll change very much in the near future. Just because Wizards won't do anything about it. So that's another deck that we're gonna have to start playing around. So the days of Tron being able to do Tron things might be coming to an end because it's too fast. Alright, so I need a Chromatic Star or Sphere. And if I get one of those, I should be good to go. Let's see if I end up getting any. Well, I guess I could take a tower. Well, the unfortunate things about playing Tron One. It's getting Tron online with absolutely nothing to do. Hopefully he thought I just accidentally skipped my turn or something. Oh no, he's... Oh, it's just going 7. It's 8, 9. Wow, he's just getting all the good cards here. So if I don't draw into moving the Spirit Dragon, it's game over. And yeah, you're absolutely right about the man moving in circles, but I don't think it should ever move in circles and be to the point to where Tron, which is like a turn 3 or turn 4 deck, can't exist. Because you really can't get Tron online until turn 3. So if the meta is faster than turn 3, that leaves out a large amount of decks that don't really go off until turn 3 or 4. And trying to play answers for everything like Jund doesn't do the job. I guess he didn't say anything. Typically, if I'm playing with people and they at least say good luck or something, I don't want to waste their time having them play it through an extra turn for no reason. But in this case, this guy hasn't said anything at all, so. Yeah, but like you're saying, it being a good challenge, that's how it should be all the time, not, just get completely obliterated by super fast creatures coming at you. Like, I think even the 8-ball decks with the Skelementals and Ball of Lightnings, I think those are not too bad because at least there are cards out there that answer those decks specifically. And majority of people normally run them. So it can kind of keep it in check. Even though when it does show up, it's a good deck and all. But some of the newer decks that just came out, or I guess they're older decks now since it's been a while since the set came out, it just runs away with it way too quickly. Like Amulet Titan, putting Uro and Amulet Titan and Feel of the Dead and Valka together in a deck is just way over the top. And then it got to the point to where people started answering Titan, but now you have to answer the Titan along with other things. And that's become even more difficult. Opponent's probably trying to mug in to find, what's the name of it? Damping Sphere? But yeah, I always think that the Tron versus Jund matchup is always pretty good. By the way, man, I appreciate you coming in and stopping by and supporting the channel. Showing me some sport. No, there ain't too many people out there that know about me, so I always appreciate the people that look out for me. Land destruction? Blood moon. Okay, well, changes everything. Gotcha. I think most of the discords I'm in, it does it automatically. Have you gotten that set up in yours yet? Yes, I do. After this match, I'll try to send you some information about it. Like, I just watch YouTube videos to try to set it up in mine, and you can have a little couple bugs here and there, but for the most part, it's fairly easy. Hmm. So I gotta find something that makes them want to target Karn versus me. Walking Ballista for 2 would do it. Yeah, Walking Ballista is. Like, since I'm pretty much playing the old, or a pretty old base to the Tron list, it's pretty easy for people to answer to me. Like a thing like Blood Moon almost completely shuts me out, except for Karn Great Creators, because I cut almost all the Planeswalkers out of my deck, except for Karns and Bolas. Pillage. Ouch. No, that Karn. Alright, come on, hit another land. By the way, are you gonna be streaming later, Chuck? Nice. Whenever you do, I'll definitely be watching. Well, I want to lock here. earlier, but I'm pretty sure if he had it again, he would have played it. So let's see if Silent Arbiter can keep me long enough to. Just realized I probably messed up doing that. I think what I should have gotten was the turn temporal gateway. That way I could have used it next turn to get Emrakul on the battlefield. Well, learning experience. Nice, man. I hear that fireplaces are actually a lot of work. My brother is buying a house and he has a fireplace in it, and he said he didn't realize it was that much work. Alright, trying to do that again. By the way, happy anniversary, man. Hey, few of us in life are able to enjoy those amazing things. But at the same time, few of us are happy we don't have to live with those things because we're with the right person. So happy to hear that y'all knocked out another year. Let's see. What's up, Ras? Blood Moonshine, very good deck. Let's see. He can get this all the way up to 4, and that's it. So hopefully I will lock him down for a couple turns. Hopefully. And let's see, that's 7, 8 damage. 9 if he exiles. She should. Hey, that's good to know, man. I'm surprised he didn't. Oh, he can still untap it. No, that wouldn't work. Let's see. 2 cards die. So there are definitely things I could have done to win this match. I think the biggest one was getting the temporal gateway and using Emrakul. Or cheating Emrakul onto the battlefield. Which I completely missed for some reason. Well, that's game. Let me see about sending you a link to turn on the automatic notifications real quick. Where's my Discord? I just sent a link with it to your Discord. So whenever you get on there, it's gonna be on there for you. So I think this older version of Tron stopped being played mainly because of Blood Moon and Blood Moon type lands out there. Wait, Blood Moon and Ghost Quarters. I think Ghost Quarters was the Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin was the main things that made people stop playing just Bolas and Ugins for the most part. But I just wanted to jam the list and see what would happen. I think so far though I'm not really impressed. No problem, man. Like I could get the turn 3 Tron reliably, but while doing that reliably there are so many things to have to look out for, it's just a little bit too much. Let's see if this opponent says anything. I think maybe a copy of Metamorphose. Ah, see, actually said something. Still not keeping that hand. This hand I will keep. Don't need you yet. Guess I could do without the strings. Utopia Sprawl. Also, I think I'm not really playing the version with a whole bunch of planeswalkers until the new Kaya comes out. So at the end of the month, she should be on Magic Online. Main reason why is she should be a super useful card. Being able to hit the battlefield and just exile something. And their ultimate is I get to cast a permanent from my hand, my library, or exile. It's pretty awesome. That's 6. Fair. Yeah, I'll just wait. Pretty sure my opponent's playing Hellguard combo. Conclave Mentor. Definitely Hellguard combo. So I have, let's see, Power Plant, Tower, I need a mine. I think the safest way to get around this is gonna be Ensnaring Bridge. Because my opponent typically tries to do a lot of damage in order to win the game. Unless they have Walking Ballista, but Karn here turns off Walking Ballista. The only issue I'll have is I'll have too many cards in hand. But I'll try to figure that out next turn. Even if they have the walking ballista combo piece, they cannot do it next turn. They have to do it the turn after. So I have at least one more turn to be alive. Collected company. Guess they're looking for both Spike Feeder, or if they find Spike Feeder, they won pretty much. Guess that makes Karn dead. Ballista being the main combo piece. I only consider Ballista just a small piece of it because Conclave Mentor can make it to where creatures end up with infinite power or whatever power he wanted to be set at. Wow, okay, I thought he was ignoring my time for a second. Well, I'll take Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Think it's gonna be fair to say I've won this one. Because I know starting over for them is usually pretty harsh. Unless he uses Collected Company and hits all 3 combo pieces. Spike Feeder. So if I didn't exile last turn, this turn he would have definitely comboed off and won. Think he might just be trying to see how I win the game. So I got combo though for sure on the Sorcery Spyglass and just a name Walking Ballista. Nickel bonuses don't do very much. I want to say I should put the Angel in, but at the same time, the Angel is probably just gonna get shot to death from Walking Ballista or something. Let's see. The Worm Coil can stop one attacker and kill it, regardless how big it is, and still leave me 2 blockers, so that's good. I think the Titan I might just have to leave on the sideboard. Or I could switch those 2 out. And just go with it and see what happens. Okay, so be able to get Tron online on turn 3. Then I gotta figure out what else to do after that. So that's not a bad start. We got mana screwed. Then again, he's playing Mana Dork, so you can miss a land drop and still recover from it. I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch, just because I have other ways to get lands out. Okay, suddenly he's back to having more mana than I do. Damping Sphere, having a whole lot more mana than I do. I think he just tried to cast something there and then he remembered that he has Damping Sphere out. Conclave Mentor. Alright, so I have to look for a Karn Break Creator. Or I guess I could go... I can go get a Blast Zone. Well, I got the Karn. Like if Blast Zone didn't make spells cost more for each time you cast a spell each turn, it would actually be a pretty good card. It'd be fairly easy to play around, in my opinion. So depending on what my opponent does next turn, we'll decide if I am going to be casting Karn or going to look for a Blast Zone. They could very well use Collected Company here and get both the pieces they need. Exiling my missile. I think that's the only valid target. Yeah. Or only target that would make sense for him to exile. Oh, he has no cards in hand now. It's not bad. Let's see if I... it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, let's go get a Blast Zone. See if I can have it go off quick enough to where it makes a difference. Since we have the mana, I was about to just play the star and have it sit out there for some extra card draw. But combo wise, he's borderline completely set up. So it's just a matter of time here at this point. Yep, Helioid. Now he's missing Spike, Feeder, or Walking Ballista to finish the combo off. It's 3, 6, 7 damage. Breaks in the horizon canopy here for sure. I bet for him it's nerve-wracking sitting over there. I think regardless of what happened, whatever happens, I've lost this game though. Because I need to use 3 mana to go ahead and destroy the blast zone. Like Karn can come into play, but he can't. I'm off by 1 mana for getting. Yeah, let's just play it out and see what happens. Yeah, there's just nothing I can get here that gets me out of this. This is a pretty close game though. I think it's fair to say he's definitely gonna. Yeah, don't matter. Oh, can't keep this hand either. Or this hand. Wow. Another piece of fun right there. So now we need a power plant, and now we got it. But now it's gonna take 2 turns to get Tron online and try to figure something out. Well, if luck's in our favor, this shouldn't be too bad. If not, might be kind of difficult. Well, now he has 3 mana left. Wow. Okay. I guess. Okay. I guess he thought that that made a huge difference last time or something. Mhm. So if we don't see a damping sphere here, then next turn I should be able to play something from my sideboard. Cost you 3 or 4 mana, so either Ensnaring Bridge, the Gateway, or just Ballista for 2. I think Ballista for 2 is what I'm gonna do. So Halyard comes out to play. And there's the Walking Ballista. So if I didn't go into a Kind Break Creator there, we would be dead next turn. Oof, man. Excuse me. Keep Walking Ballista. I'm just gonna block with the Ballista next turn and then use the 1 damage to snipe him with it. Not that it's gonna make a huge difference. What am I gonna get from our sideboard though? That'll make it worth it. Collected Company. The good thing is Walking Ballista can come into play from a Collected Company. Because it dies instantly because its cost is not paid. Captain of Arrows, man. So that should put his Sun Crown online. Oh, and you got a Spike Feeder too? So he's got infinite life. So now he's gonna search for a Walking Ballista. Next turn he's gonna sacrifice the Ranger. What the heck is this creature? Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I can't say I've seen that one before. I guess he might have Walking Ballista in hand then maybe. Expecting him to attack Karn here with everything. Yep. So no point blocking Karn, blocking for Karn. Oh, he didn't sacrifice his Ranger. That's a surprise. As soon as I pick a card, I expect him to sacrifice his Ranger. Alright, you can go for it. I guess since he gave me priority back again, I could actually do something. Can't say my opponent's playing the best right now. I think typically the turn after they get their combo online, they sack the ranger. After they sack the ranger, they just win the game the turn after by doing the combo. In this case, the opponent didn't do that, which is pretty surprising to me. Unless they have another one. Like, he could have went ahead and gained a bunch of life or something. After the mentor comes in again. So now we need another heavyweight again. So here, Kyan's dead, I'm taking 4 damage. Next turn, he should sacrifice his ranger. Maybe, anyways. Seems like a very wild play out. I have no clue what they're gonna do. Hollywood Sun Crown entered the exile zone. Honestly, I'll win this game by opponent not playing very well. I don't get it. Like, he has all the combo pieces. I think he might have just got a net deck and he's not very good at using it. Now he gains life. Oh my god. He could have gained infinite life, man. He could have gained infinite life and he didn't do it. Man, he's making so many bad plays in my book. Like, well, hey, I guess a win is a win, though. I'll take it, but he definitely had all his combo pieces out. He just needed to start it. Who knows, unless he gets like super lucky here and gets everything back. Collects company. Ranger again, nope. Yeah, that's game. He can't get back from here. He needed Helioid, but he had Helioid out already. He had Helioid and Spike Feeder out. The turn after that, he drew into a Conclave Mentor. Like, I guess he can't really sack it here because he doesn't have any options, but if he had sacked his Ranger before, he would have won the game the next turn, but he didn't sack it. And now with only 2 cards in hand, there's really no way for him to come back. But I don't know. Must be playing a new deck. You know how the meta is. But yeah, he just didn't know how to use the deck very well. By the way, I'm pretty much playing majority of the old Tron. So just 4 Karns, 2 Ugins, 4 Great Creators, and then I just put a couple copies of Manamorphos in here just to help me cycle through my cards a little bit better. Because the goal is to just get to turn 3 Tron or turn 4 Tron, use Ugin or Karn, and then figure out what I gotta do from there. Now I took the Infinite Planeswalker combo out because I'm waiting for the new Kaya to finally hit Magic Online. Because her ability says that you can cast a card from exile, your hand, or your library for free. So it's pretty much another auto win condition. But on top of that, she also hits the battlefield and she can just straight up exile a permanent. So because she has that much utility with her, she's definitely gonna be in my deck. As of right now though, the deck doesn't do enough. It was pretty cool when people did know about it, but I feel like a majority of people are planning more for Tron now than ever before. And for me, being somebody who's trying to use Tron to do Planeswalkers, it's pretty rough because they're already planning for Tron. I said, not good version of Tron at this point. Yeah. I feel like to some extent you're right. But at the same time, I want to play, so I figured I'd just jam a couple copies of Nicol Bolas in here. You know, use some Elder Dragon Planeswalkers to just see what happens in some games. Stoneforge Mystic. Sort of Feast and Famine. Also, the way I look at it, recently the meta has sped up a little bit more because of I play bad decks coming out with a landfall deck. So because that's the case, even making it to turn 3 while still being alive is now a struggle. Because of that, I am looking for something else to do. And Planeswalkers by themselves, I forgot that this was blue. Like for some reason I thought this guy was playing green and white, so when I saw him tap his mana and cast that spell, I was like, what the heck? Sort of Feast and Famine is coming out. But since I have a bunch of Ugins, I guess I might as well. Yeah, I'll just deal damage to it. See if he flashes anything else in. Living weapon, batter skull. Okay. I figured something else was gonna be coming in. Either ways, though, I can just go ahead and exile it. Yeah. Well, that's mainly why I was not concerned about it. Also, the fact that I have another one in hand, it's pretty good. Snapcaster Mage. What is he using that for? I guess the Serum Visions? Yeah. Oh, okay, what's going on here now? I have no idea how I did that, but it's kind of cool while it lasted. uh, Black, white. Hmm. I guess Bolas can kill the living end weapon. Mm. Last night I was debating if I should play the regular Tron, but I feel like that just wouldn't be fun. Especially with everything being sped up so much. Like the first game I played, it was against someone playing Control. I got them down to like 2 cards in the third game. And then they were able to come back from it with Mystic Sanctuary. So that was kind of rough. Mm. Like one thing I know about the way how the deck is set up right now, I have way too many one-cost spells. 20 one-cost spells. That makes Chalice of the Void just become terrible. For the most part, either ways, though, I'm not still bad against my opponents, so at this point, I'm just kind of using the odds of getting Tron on turn 3 and using Khan and Ugin to win the games. So it's just playing the odds. Yep. I would say for the most part, I pretty much have the mulliganing down and being able to get Tron online taken down, especially with the extra cantrips that I put in the deck. Like here, If I didn't already have Tron online, I could have used Metamorphose to go dig through 10 cards trying to find something that I was looking for. See, does the opponent have a counterspell here or not? Mana leak. Yep. So yeah, turn 3 Tron, I'm pretty consistent with getting that now. The issue is I have to plan for something else besides just Tron. Because it's like if Tron fails, then what comes next? Let's see. He's gonna be taking the Spirit Dragon, I think. Or an Ancient Stirrings. Or Kind Liberated, I guess. I think if that were me, for the most part, I would have chosen Ugin. Just because since I'm going to be missing Tron by one turn anyways, that means... I guess if he has another counterspell, that makes sense. Also, totally makes sense because now I drew into Tron, so if he didn't choose Karn, I would be able to cast Karn. Alright, so if he counters this, then he cannot. Let's do this first. Nope, I thought I had a green mana, just realized I did not. I kind of don't get why he did that. Stubborn Denial, that makes sense. So next turn, play a Forest, Metamorphose, and play 2 Ancient Stirrings, and go fetch for another answer. Okay, so I'm gonna Karn Liberate it so far. That's in 7, I have 9 mana. Yeah, I guess I'll just cast the Karn. Just to keep the extra mana open for now. And if my opponent does not counter or do anything, another Stubborn Denial. Mana Leak. So I'll get another Karn Liberated. And the Great Creator and see what happens. I'd say at this point in time, if he keeps having counter spells, it's just Amazing. Stubborn denial again. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm. Celtic Dragon Battle. So I'll take 5 damage here. Still leaving his mana open for some odd reason. Guess it's another counterspell. Mystic is tapped, so it's not another germ coming in. Alright, let's see if he counters Karn. No counter on Karn. Let's see if he counters the bridge. Okay, now there's just Snapcaster counter on the bridge. Let's see, he can deal 3 damage total. So probably 2 to Karn, 1 to Bolas. I think I must say though, since I changed my list, playing Magic is definitely not as fun as it used to be. Yep. Alright, let's see what I get. Spirit Dragon. This guy's definitely going in heavy on the counter spells. So probably a place of the Mana Leaks and Stubborn Denials. Tension Sphere on Ugin. I think I'll keep Karn alive. 6, 10, 12, 13, 14, cancel. Second thought, I'm not gonna keep Karn alive. Just so I can go get the bridge and put Emrakul into play. Actually, Emrakul doesn't win me the game. Gets me close, but it doesn't win it, so choose to get the Ugin back and deal damage to him. Okay, so won that one 2-0. Alright, so last game. Well, I think I'm gonna go back to my Planeswalker version of Tron. Just because it's the most fun. And every game is interesting and kind of exciting to see what happens. This year just seems like going through routine and not very much deviation from it. Like here, I'm pretty much guaranteed turn 3 Tron if my opponent doesn't do anything to stop it. As far as what comes afterwards, I have no idea. Which is kind of what's exciting about it, just because you can't plan for your turn after. Okay, so someone else playing red black. I mean blue black. Shriekhorn. Okay, I got Karn. Even if they destroy my lands, it'll just get me a forest. Still put me back in a good position. Let's see. Mills 2 cards. So it looks like he wants cards in his graveyard here. Crab, so it's mill. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I took Elixir of Mortality out of my sideboard. Yep. So the main thing I'm gonna have here is Emrakul on my side. Let's see, my opponent can still use the crab to bring me mill cards and try to exile all 4 of my mines. Okay, and what's this? Unearth. Unearth. Okay. So my opponent's not playing mill. But since he has an unearth in the graveyard, 3 or less. Since he has an unearth in there, I'm gonna say it's fair to say he cares about creatures coming back from the grave. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Pretty sweet aurora right there. Chalice on one. Chalice on one. I think I took Chalice out just because Chalice affects me just as bad as it does my opponents. Since I played 28 one-cost spells. But Graph Digger's Cage does the same thing because it prevents his creatures from coming back from the graveyard. So his unearth idea completely is shut off. Hmm. You are right, I need to update it. The reason why I chose not to on purpose. I don't think I'm gonna be playing this version of Tron for any for any longer period of time because it's not very fun. Like it has the potential to win games and everything, but it's just lacking the fun of, Planeswalkers. He said, "Come to the light." Oh man. I think my opponent's just out of the game at this point in time. Now I can just start exiling lands and that puts them back too far. Okay, let's see. If I have Titan. I do have, what's the name? Yeah, I got Titan. I didn't go fetch anything that turn because I wanted to keep Karn alive just to prevent him from being able to mill more cards. But I guess casting Titan next turn will definitely do it. Nah, man, I'm putting my the fun in the Tron Walkers. This is just Tron. It's just Tron, and let's see, Nicol Bolas. It's a bunch of copies of Nicol Bolas. Okay, I'll go ahead and block, just so I can get to draw my cards still. Oh wow, what is this? Chinese creature has 10, 10, plus 10, plus 10, and trample and annihilate. That is pretty cool. I guess it only destroys one land. Also, Sam, mm, she's a very unuseful planeswalker without doubling season. Like, she is like terrible without doubling season. Like, some people were saying that I should put lots of copies of her in the deck. That way it is just like, what's the name? Splinter Twin or whatever. But she's just not good at all without doubling season. Like the new Kaya on the other hand, she hits the battlefield and right away she can exile something. Like any non-land permanent. And she's only 5 mana cost. Which is something that no other planeswalker can do. Along with that, she's just white and black, I think. So because she's just white and black, I can still use my interplanar beacon to cast her. And I could easily jam 4 copies of her, no problem. Because worst case scenario, she's a 5 mana planeswalker that can exile a permanent. So she's basically on the same level as Karn. And she actually has the ultimate ability. So yeah, I'm probably going to be jamming 4 copies of her. So yeah, she might very well replace some of the tested. I guess I should eventually keep at some point in time and not. Oops. Well, thought I kept that hand, but apparently I really was looking for Tron on turn 3 or something. So now let's keep a significantly worse hand. They have 4 cards left in hand, so they start out with 6 cards. I guess he was trying to get it to where he exiles my Tron. There you go, power plant. Should jump on this. Actually, I think the right play is to wait until I draw next turn. Because I could potentially draw it and then exile it. He has the card in hand anyways. Yep, there's a surgical. So at this point in time, the goal is to just hit land every single turn. There's two copies of bonus we don't have to worry about drawing. Yeah, I probably should have taken out the boluses. Like I was thinking earlier, and I don't want to stop playing Magic for roughly 3 weeks just because I'm waiting for Kaya to come out. So I had to do something in the meantime. So I guess actual milling is the second option with his deck. Like at this point, I'm not really worried about it because I'm playing Emrakul. I've not seen him play a way to kill a creature yet. I guess I'll take Bolus. I think he sideboarded out his main win condition, which is the whole unearthing creatures and stuff. I think one of the worst things about this version, though, is it seems to end up with way too many lands. Like it filters through everything so quickly, you end up with only lands in hand pretty quickly. Granted, it means that you're playing stuff more often and more frequent, but that's hoping that there's no chalice on one. Also, something I learned is if I have Card Liberated out, and I use its +4 ability on card on Nicol Bolas, Nicol Bolas goes to 8 counter, which then pretty much makes it to where you win the game next turn if they don't find something to get rid of it, which is pretty cool. Well, Emrakul finally hit the graveyard. Now, good luck opponent. Walking ballistas. Surprisingly the cheapest and quickest way to kill them. So it's gonna be a very drawn out game of slowly attacking my opponent. I think they sideboarded way too heavily against me. Probably should just kept the combo. This next turn I'll just start sniping lands. Okay, maybe they didn't completely sideboard the combo one. I don't know what he's keeping that guy around for. I must say it's safe to say I should just get rid of it. Maybe I should have attacked there first. Attacked and then sniped it. Nice, I got another land. Should put Karn online. It's 3, 6. Well, that ended, what, 3-2? So just about broke even. And all I was doing at that point in time was just playing the Tron base and pretty much no fun planeswalkers. So obviously since that broke even, just playing the Tron base heavy, so 4 copies of Karn and 2 copies of Ugin obviously works. So 4 copies of Karn, 2 copies of Ugin. Honestly, the nickel boluses honestly didn't show up at all. The metamorphoses were nice when they did come around to help me use Ancient Stirrings, but I can't say that they were instrumental to any victories, really. Except for maybe that last one where I couldn't tap Tron at all, but the whole goal here is to get Tron online, so let's see. Go mess around my stream deck. Some more cards I was thinking about buying. Decks, my decks. Okay, current deck should be uploaded because I think that one is just the best and most fun version. Okay, so yeah, from the games I just played, 2 copies of Ugin, 4 Karns, along with 4 Karn Great Creators is definitely a win. Emrakul didn't really show up. So I have 7 dead cards, 8 counting doubling seasons since I already didn't use it. But putting the doubling seasons back in, putting those off to the side, let's see. Simon the Tested. Dragon God, where is he at? has to be back in for sure. Same for Tamio. Resurrect, I think, can be out. Jace Architect of Thought needs to be in. Same for Jace Cunning Castaway. And just one copy in here. But that already puts me back up at 2 cards over. So I think that's why I ended up going 1 less on both Karn and Ugin. So if I'm gonna go really heavy on the Planeswalker aspect, I have to take something else out. I think taking out Nahiri and Emrakul. Let's see. Yeah, I ended up winning it. So overall, the games, it was 3 wins, 2 losses. I ended up getting it because my opponent, I guess they sideboarded out most of their combo that they were doing with Unearth. And so they tried to mill me. They got rid of my Tron, but then they couldn't get rid of Emrakul. So then I just pretty much played lands every turn until I got to the point to where I could cast Nico Bolas and start destroying lands with both Bolas and Karn Great Creator. So they just went ahead and scooped. Like all those games though, like I was saying a second ago, it was just because of the Karns. Karns and Ugins, they were pretty much what won me all the games that I just won. Like everything else didn't really contribute as much. So I think I'm gonna keep 4 copies of both Karns and 2 copies of Ugins in the deck. The issue now is that I'm over by 2 cards. I think I put more copies of Ancient Stirrings in before, so I could go 2 less on that. And that's potentially the deck for right now. Like when Kaya gets released, hands down, I'm putting 4 copies of her in my deck. Like the fact that, let me go take a look in and just to double check and make sure. I think she said you could just cast a spell from anywhere for free. Yeah, she comes in at 5. For -3, you could just exile a non-land permanent, which is the same as Karn, except she comes in as 5. And their ultimate is, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, graveyard, or among cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. They could literally just go cast Karn, Karn, Emrakul, and take an extra turn after that. The next turn, just keep casting whatever crazy stuff you want to cast. So yeah, I think she's a better win condition than almost any other Planeswalker. I'm wondering if her emblem carries over to the beginning of the next game though, if you reset the game. Okay, so with the deck being like this, I have not taken out anything that won me games, and Now I have combo, so let us see how it works. But I'm excited for Kaya, man. 18 minutes ago, active fitness. Dang. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off stream. That way I can go and watch Chuck's stream. Especially since he was here earlier to, just show support on my channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off stream while I playtest this deck and get used to how it feels. So I will catch you later, man. And thanks for showing support, checking the channel out, leaving me the comments letting me know you're completely not happy with taking Samurai out the deck. Alright, man. Later.